Hello everyone, Ella again. Now I'm located in the SMD workshop. It's dust-free and anti-static workshop, so before we enter the workshop, we need to wear the shoes covers like this. So let's get in the workshop. The first one I would like to introduce is our solder paste machine. As you can see, each FPC will be brushed on the layer of solder paste. Then it will be transferred to the SMD machine. Each SMD machine can solder about 90,000 LEDs and resistance per hour. And every day, we can solder about 300,000 meter LED street lights. The semi-finished FPC will be put on the conveyor belt and then will be transferred to the reflow oven machine. Fully intelligent machine can help us to increase our production efficiency and decrease the defective rate.
Hi everyone, this is Oscar. So next I'm going to show you around in our perfectional lab in our company. So basically our engineer will conduct all the testing before a new product being put into mass production. So let's find out what we've got here. So first of all, I'm going to introduce is this big round machine, and it's called Intergrating Sphere. So this one is mainly for the photoelectronic parameter testing, like the luminous flux, color temperature, color ranging index, etc. So there are two types here. So for this smaller one, it's for the semi-product testing, like the LEDs. So for this bigger one, we use for the finished product testing. So after the test, our engineer will decide whether the product could meet our client's standard or not. So next, let's move on to this one is the microscope. So the microscope is mainly used to measure the size of small size products, such as the copper wire thickness, the LED chip size, and some incoming raw materials. Besides, the microscope could also to check the defective product's problem. So let's move on to the next is the withstand voltage tester. So we use this one to test the insulation degree under the high voltage condition. So let's say if we put a product of the nominal voltage of 240 voltage, so the withstand voltage could reach 2,960 voltage. So next is this one. It's the leakage current tester and insulation resistance tester. These two could combine together to check whether the finished product has leakage or not. If there isn't, so they will measure the insulation degree of the product. So let's say if we put a product of the voltage like 500, so the insulation resistance could reach greater than 4 megos. So next, let's move on to this one is the tensile testing. So mainly, we use these ones to measure the tensile strength of our products, such as the LED street light, LED rope light, and the string light. Okay, let's move on to the next corner. This way, please. So as we can see, this big round chamber, so basically it has two different functions. So it will simulate the temperature as well as the humidity. So we will put the product into this chamber to test for a period of time, and then our engineer will decide whether there is any appearance change or is still functioning or not. So this big chamber is used for this testing. And let's go on to the next corner. As we can see, there are two machines here. So this is the water temp, and there is a water gun here. So basically, this one is used for the waterproof testing. So just like, let's say for the IP65, it requires a continuous 15 minutes water pumping to the product and 12 liters per minute. So after this testing, our engineer will decide whether they meet the IP rating, the standard or not, just by using this waterproof test. Yeah. So let's go on to this corner. It's the UV aging machine. So basically, we will put our product into a UV rays condition for a period of time. And after the testing, we will see whether the product has any appearance change or there is still functioning or not. Yeah. Let's move on to this corner. We have like a twinned machine. Yes, they look pretty much alike. Actually, they have the same function as all. So they are used for the flame test. So the flame will come into the different shape and different direction as well. Like this one is the needle flamed test apparatus. So this one, the flame will come into the different directions. So it's called the horizontal vertical burning flame test apparatus. So they use as the same function because they use for the test the fireproof of the product. But the difference between these two are this one, the needle one, is for the European country standard, while this horizontal vertical one is for the UL standard.